layouts, and today I have for you this sketch from Scrapbook Generations. This is actually from their Create magazine. It's a little bit older, 2014, but it's an amazing sketch and I love the way that it came out. I'm going to be using this collection from Echo Park called Birthday Wishes. It's a little bit older collection, but you know, that's what I'm known for. And I also am going to pull out my Dots and Stripes paper to use as a background. I'm going to use that orange tone-on-tone polka dot as my background. And I'm really trying to get out of the comfort zone. And I know I say this all the time, but I really want to get away from using white cardstock. I have so much colored cardstock, and I think that it just looks better when you have a colored background. I digress a little bit. These photos are from a birthday party, and I think that these are the type of photos that are perfect for this layout. So I did use my Project Life app, and I do have a video on how to use it, and I will link that below for you guys. And I made a 4x6 collage that had 6 2x2 photos on it, and that's what I'm going to use on the left hand side. Now I did kind of run out of space, and so I am going to use a pocket page insert, and I will do that as well for you guys on the video. I really like that birthday paper. It has like all kinds of birthday words on it. It says happy birthday and has the candles and the balloons, just like all of the icons from the collection. So I use that as my background, and then I used the stripe paper and the navy paper, and I felt like the stripe paper was kind of getting lost, so I went ahead and pulled out this light blue glittery paper that I've used before in this collection, so it was just part of my scraps of the collection. Now when I am putting 1/4 inch strips down, I do like to put the paper almost up to each other, so you can see there that there's like maybe 1/8 of an inch between the striped paper and the really bold birthday paper, and so the 1/4 inch strip hides that, and it just makes the seams look so much better. Now this is where I realized that I had cut that glittery paper short. I think that I had cut probably a 1/4 inch strip off of it from before and didn't realize it, so I cut it on the wrong edge. I just went ahead and cut it in half, and then I just figured I would find something that I could cover up that space from, and I do. I add some embellishments there. So I knew that my cluster would probably be in that area, and so that's how I went ahead and used that. So just remember, there is no mistakes in scrapbooking, just ways to embellish. So excuse my little guy there, he wanted to come and see what I was doing. So now that I have all of the papers down, I'm going to go ahead and add the photos to this particular layout. Now, I didn't follow the photo placement as closely as the sketch, just because my photos just didn't line up, and I had a little bit different orientation of a couple photos, and I wanted to get more photos on my layout. I do end up with quite a few photos on this layout. What I decided to do was I had these photos of the family, and I decided to go ahead and just cut them smaller and make them look almost like a 4x6 photo, but not quite, because they're not really that size, but they give that dimension of them being taller than the other photos that are there. For the little 2x2 photos, I decided to go ahead and mount them on this lime green paper, just so they offset a little bit on that orange. I just didn't want them to get lost because there were so many of them and because they're so small. So I go ahead and put them down, and I'm looking for 2 of the photos there. I went ahead and put them down, and they do end up getting moved a little bit. I left space for the title, but then once I get the title down, I had to move them around a little bit. And I usually don't have a problem pulling them up, even with the ATG. I feel like if you do it, you know, within a few minutes or so, there is usually not a problem with getting it up. And especially since I just moved them over just a little bit, I still put them back in the same place that they were in. So I know that I mess around quite a bit with them here, and then I end up changing them in just a few minutes when I put the title down. So I think I was following the sketch and in this section here trying to make them work like that. And I do go ahead and pop up a couple of them just to give them a little bit of extra dimension over there. This is where I'm going to go ahead and cover up that mistake that I made. On the sticker sheet there were these little balloons that say party. I just went ahead and stuck them down. I did put them on fun foam so they stood up a little bit. I am going to start to work on the little pocket page card. This is probably my favorite pocket page to go in between a layout. It is a 6x12 and it has a spot for 2 4x6s, one at the top, one at the bottom, and then 2 3x4s, and then obviously repeat on the back. At the top there, I used that birthday boy, and these cards come from the collection. They were like a part of the cut aparts. So I went ahead and used the birthday boy at the top there. I put 2 photos in the center, and I used the birthday candles on the bottom section. And then on the back, I wanted to have more of a kind of solid, because I had that it's time to put your party hat on and celebrate. So I felt like I needed a solid there. So I went ahead and pulled from my collection. A lot of these came from Tuesday Morning. So they're Project Life cards, and they are rounded corners. So I do show you how I fix that in just a second. So I wanted to cover up that white space there. So what I went ahead and did was pulled out my dies and used the 6x6 paper so it's in a smaller scale of the paper that's the main paper on the layout itself. And I just put it in the center. I really didn't do a whole lot else to it. Actually, I didn't do anything else to it. I just put that in. I felt like it was enough. This is just a pocket card, so I don't feel like it needs like a whole lot. You could absolutely put a whole lot more in there. I'm just more of a minimalist when it comes to pocket pages. So this is where I was telling you I cut down the corners, and then it was too small to fit in the pocket, and I could have left it that way. It really wasn't that bad, but I felt like it was just so much, and because it's the top pocket, it has a lot more chance of falling out. So I just went ahead and mounted it on a white cardstock, and I just bounded both of them so you can see the white cardstock on the back of both sides. So for the bottom card with the candles, I went ahead and pulled out 2 more pocket cards from my stash. I just layered them one right on top of the other, and I left that yellow card there so that the mama can journal on it if she wants to in regards to it. This birthday party was done during 2020, so a little bit different birthday party, and so you'll notice that when I put the card back in, there's a picture of the little guy with his grandma on a iPad, so she's there to be able to see the birthday party. So I just added a couple of candles and some puffy dots. These aren't really enamel dots, they're more like puffy dots. And then a cupcake up the top, and then at the bottom there I also added a little sticker that says eat cake and ice cream. I did go ahead and add some of the same puffy dots to the top where it says birthday boy as well. Now for my title, now that I've finished the pocket card, I wanted to use these letters, and I was really trying to figure out a good title, like a really long title. So I was looking through my word stickers, the ones that are like already together for you, and I found this hooray. And so this is where I had to go in and change up the photos so that I could fit in that hooray. I really wanted those photos to nestle in between that H, and my title is going to nestle right next to that Y. So I also found this sticker that says special from LA Studio. It's going to be in the white. So my title is going to be hooray for your special day. And so I did pull out my Color Vibe from Simple Stories to use the tile stickers for the word for and your, and then that LA Studio sticker for special. I went ahead and pulled out the sticker sheet to use the word day. This sticker sheet had an exclamation point, and I really liked that right next to it, so I did go ahead and move it over just to make a little bit more room for it. So because I used that gold over there on the right hand side and I didn't have it in any of my other clusters, I went ahead and added a arrow as well as a heart down at the bottom in the gold so that I can pull that gold into each one of the clusters. Down there at the bottom, I also went ahead and added a little banner there that says happy birthday, and then a sticker with a cake as well as a sticker with a cupcake on it. And then I pulled out my enamel dots in a navy, an orange, and a yellow, and added those around to each one of the clusters. And I really didn't add a whole lot to the top cluster. I didn't feel like it needed a whole lot since those balloons were pretty bold. So here is my final layout, as well as some close-ups. I am super excited that I was able to get 13 photos on the base layout and then 4 additional photos with my pocket pages. I love when I can get so many photos on one particular layout, and I think that birthday layouts are a perfect way to get so many photos because there's just so much going on with opening presents and cake and dinner and all that stuff. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.